Now the first thing you gotta understand about Ninja May Cry is that this game is evil. Enemies will spawn out of nowhere. Bosses will have super armor and spam the same move endlessly. The platforming just refuses to work, and sometimes the game just does this. Where other action games say, hey, why just beat up a couple guys? When you can send him in the air, chop his body up into 18 different pieces, rip out his spine, eat it, and then flip over his corpse like a ballerina all before you touch the ground. Ninja Gaiden 2 says, I hate you. Here's 16 different ninjas to fight at once while 4 dudes with rocket launchers endlessly blast you from across the map. So after I'm done getting my controller out from the TV screen, I say that's it. I'm done. I am finished playing Ninja Gaiden 2.
I expected more, Ryu Hayabusa. Ha!
But then Alucard from Castlevania shows up and starts making out with the Statue of Liberty, and Ryu realizes his true passion in life is bats, so naturally he dives off of the Empire State Building after one. But then he actually realizes he doesn't even like bats, so he drives a motorcycle out of the plane so he can go fight Volvidon from Monster Hunter. But don't worry, the game calms down a bit after that. The next stage has you fighting werewolves in Venice. This game does not exist. The sheer insanity that is Ninja Man Rising is what pushes you to get better at its crushing difficulty. So many weapons, so many moves, so many hidden mechanics the game doesn't tell you about, and... oh, just shut up and let the game do the talking. Plethora of mechanics are so masterfully interwoven with each other. Bouncing in between blocking and countering into attacking eventually creates this exhilarating flow that is endlessly satisfying. Being swarmed with a massive horde of enemies and having to gradually whittle them down by cutting off their limbs to do a finisher, knowing to choose to either absorb health and money or to their benefits, or to use them now in order to charge your ultimate attack quickly, learning your openings enough to get off a cool combo in the midst of the chaos, or knowing when to switch to a different weapon for certain matchups, the combat of Ninja Gaiden 2 consistently pushes its players to fight just a little better the next time, heavily rewarding the few who can truly master its combat. But as fun and intricate as the combat is, Ninja Gaiden 2 refuses to play to its strengths. Underwater levels that restrict combat abilities to shooting a tiny gun or being annoyingly eaten by piranhas every 5 seconds, platforming sections that if you mess up once, have you slowly climbing up the entire level again, and so many stupid boss fights where instead of using your sword, you have to painstakingly chip away a boss's health using a slow-ass bow. For every great boss battle like Genshin, there's 2 Volvidons at once you gotta fight. For every great level like the plane crash, there's 4 bland city levels where you're constantly being berated by 6 rocket launcher guys with mines everywhere. I've been saying, not enough games let you stand in one spot slowly trying to shoot at enemies that can fire off 12 million rockets before you can even get the chance to draw your slow-ass bow. And then when you get shot, you land on mines. Well, let me tell you, this was a really exciting moment for me. So many levels and bosses force the player to bend to unfair and archaic game design that's impossible to anticipate or enjoy on a first playthrough. Ninja Shyman 2 is a hard game, but not for the right reasons. The core of its combat is some of the best the industry has to offer, standing alongside greats such as Devil May Cry and Bayonetta. It's the bullshit the game continues to push down your throat in between all of those cool battles that will have you wanting to put the game down. But then again, that feeling of beating an entire room of enemies, where you almost died multiple times and standing tall amongst your enemies, in that moment, Ninja Gaiden 2 is untouchable. And then you realize you've only been playing on easy mode this whole time.